Hey guys, so a couple of days ago, I finally went and saw It Comes at Night, the new horror movie that's been getting a lot of critical acclaim since it's been out. This is a movie that I said this back in my last review. What the hell was my last review? Like I do these so sporadically. I had to think about that for a second. It's Wonder Woman, yeah. Where I said I had the two movies that I was planning on seeing this week, including this movie. I had not seen really any advertisements for either one. I went in kind of not knowing much about these movies and only seeing a trailer right before. Like I said, there's another one I'll be talking about here shortly, but if it comes at night, I had not seen anything for this thing at all. Like, at all. Like, I didn't see the trailer. I barely saw it. I didn't really see any commercials for it on TV. Nothing. Like, I'd seen stuff online about it, and I kept hearing about it and seeing that the name of the title pop up. That's about it. I'm like, what the hell is this thing? And I saw Regal was playing it. I'm like, oh, what the hell is this movie? I was like, oh yeah, that's a horror movie that's been getting decent reviews, but I still don't know what the fuck it's about. It's like, once I got to see a trailer for it, I was like, okay, you got Joel Edgerton, you know, and a bunch of people I never seen before in any movies that I remember. It's like, okay, you know, it sounded like a pretty decent little concept of a horror movie. And I was like, okay, this could be this could be decent. And like I said, it's been getting really well received. And usually when horror movies get really well received, it could go one of two ways. It could either be, you know, like Cabin in the Woods and exceed all expectations, or it could be like Your Next or It Follows and be complete and utter shit, in my opinion. So, yes, I still think It Follows sucks. I know that's not a popular opinion, but I still think that, and I'm still holding that opinion close. So, what did I think of the movie? You know what? This is a movie that I really fucking enjoyed. It's honestly, this is one of the better thrillers so far this year. I could see, I've seen since it's came out on Friday. There's seems like it to be a divide among audiences and critics. Seems like a lot more critics like this movie than audiences have. And I've heard differing that I think people thought, you know, the advertisements for this movie were misleading, which I can kind of understand. Because if you look at this movie, the trailers for this movie, it kind of makes it out like it's kind of a straight up horror movie. And it really is not. It's like almost like a monster movie, almost. Like, it isn't really. This is really a character driven, slow burn kind of thriller that you spend the majority of time with these characters before anything really fucking happens. It is like, this is a character driven kind of a movie. There's a lot of character, like a lot of, you kind of grow to actually care about these characters. Joel Edgerton, who in my opinion, I've said a million times before, is one of the most underrated actors I think out there. I was just reminded again because I just watched that movie, the Gift again, and I'm like, I love the Gift. I love this performance in the Gift more than this, but he is goddamn a great actor, and he is one of the most, you know, he's definitely a relatable character to a point in this film. He is just a guy who's just trying to keep his family alive during this post-apocalyptic world and keep his family alive in this boarded-up house at any cost. even if it means doing some reprehensible shit towards the end where he kind of becomes unrelatable, because he does some terrible things towards the end of this thing. But he is really good in this movie. I love Joel Edgerton as the leader of this family who, like I said, will do anything to save his family. Also, this movie is, I thought going in it was going to be like more, that Joel Edgerton was going to be the main character in this movie. Really, he's not. He's like a supporting role because the character that you kind of spend a lot more time with is the son, who does a pretty goddamn good job. And you can tell from just like him and like the stuff that's going on with him at this point when we're first introduced to him in this movie, you can tell everything's not all right with this family. Like the movie opens with them having to mercy kill the grandfather because he gets contracted with this disease that's like, you know, spreading across the country, and they basically mercy kill him by shooting him in the head and then digging a shallow grave and then setting him on fire. So that's how the movie opens. That happens in the first like 2 minutes, and like from that point forward, like the son is dealing with, he had, from what you could tell, had a close relationship with the grandpa, and he's dealing with the effects of this, and then this new family comes in and moves in, and you start seeing his interactions with them, and also he has like kind of the hots for the wife, and he has like some fantasy. If you've seen the trailer, it's that scene where he has a dream where she's kissing him, but she has the disease, and that's a dream sequence. There's a lot of dream sequence. That if there is one negative, there is a lot of fake out dream sequences that kind of get a little too excessive. It's all dealing with the son. It's like, really, stop it. like there were like fake out dream sequences within fake out dream sequences. It was kind of getting annoying there. There was one point it was getting a little bit annoying. I hate that. Like, if it's done to excessive, it depends on how it's done, and if it's done excessively, yeah, it can be a little annoying. But yeah, like I thought the kid was really good in this thing. Like everybody is pretty solid in this movie. Like this movie is fucking depressing. I will say that right now. Like, this movie, while it's a slow burn, I will say this: it was maybe the quickest sit I've had. It felt like the quickest sit I've had all year, sitting for movies. For movies all this year so far. Like quite literally, at one point I checked my phone and I found out like I didn't even realize I was in the final act of the movie, and I found out when I checked my phone I had like 13 minutes left of this movie, and I went, holy shit. And I should have kind of figured that. I didn't really think that was going to be the final act. I was so invested in it. I was like, wow, this is about to be over. And then the final act happened, and like I said, it's a slow burn, and when the final third act happens, shit goes down, shit gets really dark and very bleak as hell, and it's very fucking depressing. What this movie reminded me of, I've heard a lot of people compare it to the movie like The Witch that came out last year, which I can see that, and honestly a lot of ways I can see that, but the movie that I kept thinking about going back to more and more and more was The Mist, which I think the reason why I kept thinking about that movie was because I got a commercial for the reboot or remake of that movie. That's being the movie that, if you don't know, the movie's being turned into a TV series now. I don't know why, but I love The Mist. I actually really like The Mist. it has a lot of the same. This movie has a lot of the same themes as The Mist, where it's not about the monsters that are outside. It's more about It's more about the monsters that are inside and they're ones that are outside that are basically killing this family from the inside out. It also just talks about how fucking horrible of human beings we are, or like how horrible human beings can be when paranoia sets in. And I was like, it's kind of funny. Like last week, I saw Wonder Woman, where he was talking about how while humanity is flawed, we are good. There are a lot of good people, and the human race is worth fighting for. And then I watched this movie, and it's like the human race are fucking assholes. Basically, it is the moral of the story, and that we will do horrible, despicable things to each other when when paranoia sets in. And it's like, wow. This movie is a very good. It's a very good movie. I don't know there's been a lot of talk about the marketing of this movie. Like I said, I don't know how much marketing they spent on this movie, but it couldn't be that fucking much because I seriously didn't see anything for this. And I want to say I blame it on the fact that I don't go to the movies as much as I do, but apparently I'm not the only one who thinks this. So apparently something went awry. I do recommend people check this out, and don't go in thinking that this is like a straight up horror movie like with zombies, because I thinking going in, I was like, oh, is this like a zombie movie or something like that, where like there's zombies? Because they kind of hint, like if you read the synopsis, it's like, oh, there's evil lurking coming towards them from the outside and stuff like that. There isn't. I don't know where the fuck they got that from. I don't know what the hell that this. I don't know whether I always wondered while watching this movie, does the disease turn them into zombies or does it kill them? I don't know. I never is fully explained what this disease is in reality, and it's kind of left open for interpretation, really. I recommend this movie, though. I actually do recommend this movie. I can see why some people don't like it, some people do. It's one of those movies that you're gonna like or hate. And, like I said, go check it out. If you're like me who loves horror movies or thrillers, like I said, this was a pretty goddamn intense. I mean, this movie can get pretty goddamn intense. Like I said, it's kind of a fucking downer of a movie. Like seriously, right before I saw this movie, I heard Adam West passed away, and that bummed me out. And then I saw this movie. Way to go! It was a bad day. That was a bad day when I saw this movie. As far as trailers, I got a trailer for something called A Ghost Story. This looks fucking stupid. I see it. I see it's getting very well received. But it looks like the most pretentious indie film I've ever seen in my entire life. It's about a girl played by Rooney Mara, who's married to Casey Affleck, Casey Affleck dies or something like that, unexpectedly dies, and she starts having memories of her childhood where she would write notes and put them in the wall or something like that. And and she goes back to the house to relive those memories, and while at the same time a weird figure in a sheet, that's supposed to be a ghost, follows her. I don't know. It looked fucking retarded, and also it's made. I don't know if this movie's gonna be like this. I hope to God it's not. Because what's the point of seeing something like this on the big screen? That just defeats the whole purpose of if this is shot like this. It's one little square. It's all takes place in a little square Like if you have like a very small square TV, that's what this movie is like if you're watching. And I'm like, and so you have this big giant black screen that like there's so much black on the screen. So and there's just this little small square where this movie's taking place. Like I hope to God that's not how the whole movie is. That if that is, that's fucking sad. I'm sorry. That's something I would not want to see. It looks like a movie I have no time for. It looks like the most pretentious, artsy bullshit kind of movie I cannot stand with indie movies. Good time. Man, it's like I said, it's been a few days since I've seen this. This is a movie. What the hell? Robert Pattinson. It's like his brother gets put in jail for a robbery that they did, and he's trying to get him out or something like that. It's supposed to be another really well received movie. It didn't look bad from what I remember of it. I barely remember anything of it because it's been a few days. Murder on the Orient Express, they're remaking that. I forgot they were. It's being directed by Kenneth Branagh. He is I don't know the story very well. I know it's Agatha Christie and stuff, but he plays the main detective, and it's got like a whole star-studded cast in it. A lot of people in there, like a lot of great actors in there. I said I like Kenneth Branagh, and I think he's a pretty goddamn good actor, or good director. He can make some pretty good movies, so I have some faith in that. Damn, my allergies. Annabelle Creation. This is okay. Let me get this straight. I had to look this up and make sure that I was getting this right. So this movie, Annabelle Creation, is a prequel to a prequel. What the fuck? Like, Annabelle was a prequel to The Conjuring, and this is a prequel to the movie Annabelle. Are you getting that? Like, I thought pretty much it was established what this doll was. I don't know. It's now given a story that, like, a little girl who was killed, or spirit was put in this doll. I don't know. It looks like, I was like, I really couldn't care less. But also at the same time, it's being directed by the guy who did Lights Out, which is a pretty good movie. And I'm sitting there like, wouldn't that be kind of funny if this has the same effect that like Ouija had, or Ouija Origins of Evil was really good and Ouija sucked? Well, Annabelle was terrible, but then this prequel is getting a pretty decent director, so I'm like, maybe this will be like, Ouija, and that maybe it will actually be pretty decent. I don't have high hopes, but really, who asked for a prequel to to a movie that was already a prequel? That is the stupidest thing I've heard in a long goddamn time. Like, I don't know. And then I got a trailer for The Dark Tower. I never read the books. I know this is a movie that I'm actually surprised this is coming out, because this has been in the works for how many years now? I know they've been wanting to get this off the ground for so goddamn long. I hope, the hype, or like all the years of waiting will, people will be happy. I don't really know what the hell is going on. It's like an alternate universe where there's gunslingers and it's set in the West, and Matt McConaughey is like the devil or something, which I'm fine with. And Idris Elba is the gunslinger. That's all I got from it. It looks alright. It's got a bunch of people in it I fucking love. I love it, just Idris Elba. I love Matt McConaughey. And if Matt McConaughey is the villain, and maybe he can be camping it up or something. I like when he's camping it up, he's fucking awesome. Like, one of my favorite performances of his of all time is that terrible Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie he was in, where he was the best part. He was the fucking best part. But yeah, that's as far as trailers go. I got one more other review I'll do here in a few minutes. Until then, I'll talk to you guys soon.